I'm not surprised. But here's what you posted on Instagram. Let's watch that real quick.
I'm with Claudia. She's a fantastic woman, great conservative, loved in her district and loved in New York, and support her all the way. I've endorsed her, and I'm proud of that endorsement. She's tough, she's smart, and she's a good person.
That is some high praise from our 45th president. Tell us about your relationship with him and the conversation you had regarding this endorsement, if you can.
Yeah, well, obviously, I ran in 2010, the first time for state assembly, on many of the things that President Trump ran on in his historic run in 2016. And that was to bring back the Rust Belt of New York and bring back the forgotten men and women, our workers and people who have lost their jobs because of NAFTA and really just not putting America first. And America first was important. You know, creating energy independence, lowering taxes, taking out unnecessary burdensome regulations. Those are the things I ran on as a state assembly person. And also, when President Trump ran in my first term in 2016, we ran on those issues as well. And he was an historic and consequential leader, not just for the United States, but around the world, whether it was foreign policy and finally bringing peace deals to the Middle East where no one thought that could happen, with the incredible Abraham Accords, to coming out with the USMCA to help our farmers and our deindustrialized regions in New York, to the tax cuts, to standing strong on American first principles, helping our veterans. You know, my son is now actually just left active duty Marines, is now a reservist in the Marine Corps. You know, so important what he did for our veterans and to bring America back and to be strong. So it was really an honor to serve with him, to work with him. And he did so much for our country and for the world, and really just highlighting what was really going on in Washington and how he got so close to the core of the almost uniparty way that things work with some of the principles in Washington, and really changed the world and changed our country.
Congresswoman, he transformed the country, but then you have the Democrats and Joe Biden that have transformed it in the opposite direction. And, you know, they're very nervous. They're clearly nervous heading into the midterms. You've got failed policies that have led us to rising crime. Everything costs more now. We've got multiple national crises. We've got endless government overreach when it comes to our personal health decisions. DHS today, they issued a warning about the freedom convoys that are ahead of the Super Bowl and the State of the Union coming to Washington, D.C. What do you make of that, about these groups of truckers that we're seeing in Canada, a similar convoy playing out in our own country?